There is no way at all that you will ever convince me that the WNBA is not run by absolute garbage, absolute trash, human beings with no value whatsoever, actively trying to destroy the only player they've ever had that make the league at all relevant. And we have another example. Well, we've got a couple examples actually. The I guess lighter example we'll give is the WNBA putting out its, I guess, poster, graphic, whatever you want to call it, for the whole 30 years thing and having players past and present. I think there's at least one from each team. You know who's not on it. Do you know who's not on it? Caitlin Clark is not on the poster for the WNBA's whole 30 thing. Now, Paige Beckers is front and center, of course, because of course she is. No, you know who's on here for the Indiana Fever? Sophie Cunningham is on here for the Indiana Fever. Can't have I mean, think about that. Think about what that takes in terms of the thought process for the WNBA to put out a poster, a graphic, whatever you want to call it, celebrating its 30 years of existence thanks to the money that the NBA players make. And Caitlin Clark is not on it. The only player that has ever made you relevant is not on it. So I'm not even really going to get into doing much about the game itself. I mean, there's some things I might talk about tomorrow. I mean, the summary, the short version is Caitlin Clark cooked early. I think she had 13 points in the first quarter, and then I think only 16 for the first half, or was it 19? No, I think she hit a three early in the third, right? But then early in the third, she went out, and they're telling us it's her back and she will not return. By the way, after her fast start, of course, she became a player that was more off the ball than on the ball. The Fever stopped running at all. It became a half court Stephanie White slog, boring as hell. No, nothing anybody wants to watch. Kept the Mercury hanging around. It was an absolute disaster. But what I wanted to hop on and do this video for and get out there is this crap that I saw from Alyssa Thomas, also Dewana Bonner. We're going to take a look at this. We're going to talk about this because this kind of crap is disgusting and the league has to fix it. And I know you're all going to say, well, they're not. Well, damn it, then we got to keep the pressure on, don't we? Because this cannot be allowed to continue. This league needs a little pressure on it and it's going to need some consequences. So I want to show you this. I want to play this clip for you and then we are going to talk about it. So we have, I think this was the second quarter, if I'm not mistaken. Caitlin Clark goes to ground, and I want you to pay attention to what Alyssa Thomas and Dewana Bonner do. And by the way, nothing was called here, nothing at all. Down, boom, Dewana Bonner, and look at this fist. Oh, let me know. I know some of you say, oh, well, she didn't punch her. Okay, maybe not a little bit of slow motion, but if y'all have never had that type of pressure put on your throat in that way by a fist, I have. It's just one of those things that happens as a martial artist, taekwondo, jujitsu, Wing Chun, those things. And I can tell you, it's not pleasant. She also put a knee into her body. You saw also Dewana Bonner. They saw an opportunity. They knew they would not be punished, and they took. Look at them. Neither one of them goes, look where the ball is. Neither one of them goes for the ball. And then again, then there's even more contact there as Alyssa Thomas steps over her. Let me Alyssa Thomas stepping over her toward the camera when the play is behind her. She didn't have to step over. She could have gotten up and turned around. There's Dewana Bonner, right? There's the arm down. We've got the leg, the knees down of Alyssa Thomas. Look at Alyssa Thomas's face. She knows what she's doing. She knows that ball isn't there. No, she goes, you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity because I'm a thug. I can't play basketball. I suck at basketball. Alyssa, let me be clear. I want to be very clear about Alyssa Thomas. She's everything wrong with this league. She is a shitty basketball player. Terrible basketball player. The fact that she's even allowed to get a shot off tells me about the quality of the rest of the league because she has a low release and it takes her a half hour to shoot it. She has no skill, folks. Alyssa Thomas has no skill. She's a linebacker. She's a thug. That's it. She is a thug. Can I say it again? Because I know it triggers a lot of y'all. She is a thug, thug, thug. That's all she is. And here, by the way, y'all ever see a raccoon? A lot of people think they're really cute. They are cute. They're nasty, though. Well, apparently, Alyssa Thomas called MHA last game, which is why she got worked up and got tossed, called her a raccoon, but without the ra part of it, just the one syllable. Apparently, this is what I'm hearing. So it's alleged for now. It's alleged. I didn't hear it. I'm not saying it's definitive, but that is the word on the street. And we know Alyssa Thomas, all about being street, my friends. And that is the word that is what she called MHA. So once to her. Now the ball's not there, right? So you can't be like, well, we're letting this go because hey, it's a loose ball foul. Look at her. Again, if she's also going to grab the basketball, why are both of her hands in a fist? Why are both of her hands in a fist? That is not how you go for a loose ball. Just the way I said with Dejanay Carrington and the way she had her hand when she made that eye poke on Caitlin Clark, not a natural motion. Here you go, folks. Alyssa Thomas should have been tossed out of this game. Her Doug big ass should have been suspended for a couple of months, if not the rest of her career, because this has been her whole career. Yeah, can you hear it? I am fed up. I'm tired of this crap. This entire league should be rounded up. Let's start camps. I know that sounds awful. Y'all know it's a little bit tongue in cheek, but I'm trying to make a point by going over the top. Nasty, nasty people with no redeeming qualities whatsoever. That's what's in charge of the WNBA. That's most of what is playing in the WNBA. And I'm just going to let it run through one more time. I'm going to jump on Caitlin Clark. My hands are in a fist. I'm going to do that. And then, hey, behind, we're going the other way. But you know what? I'm going to do a little bump now and step over Caitlin Clark. Because well, look at going on. Not a call, not a call at all. This stuff has got to stop. I'm at the point, like I had this video uploaded. I tagged WNBA, I tagged Kathy Engelbert, I tagged it both in a couple other things earlier today. I'm like, yeah, I'm done, man. I'm not. I have been so nice. I am just so sweet. I've been so sweet to everyone in this entire league for 2+ years now. I'm done with being sweet. I'm done with being nice. I'm done with being tolerant. And by the way, just a quick example. Let's just talk about this real quick because again, when the voting came out, the first set of voting, and Caitlin Clark was fifth, and I did that video on that idiot Tyrone screaming and calling you all stupid and getting all upset and saying he got certain unaliving threats and how Caitlin Clark affects over, blah, blah, woof, woof. Well, the update came out and Caitlin Clark's now second. Aaliyah Boston is ahead of her by about 13,000 votes. I'm not buying that at all, but Caitlin Clark is second. But more importantly, 6:16 Fever Tempo, Indiana, Toronto. Remember what that game did? Largest game on cable streaming this year. 1 million viewers. Almost said views, right? I'm thinking views. 1 million viewers. Hey, 6:15 the night before, you had Las Vegas and you had Dallas. You know who has Las Vegas? What Las Vegas and Dallas means? You have Asia Wilson, right? The new face, the face you keep telling me about. Horse, I'm sorry, that slipped out. It's like a Tourette's thing I got going on. And Paige Beckers, of course, right? The new face. I saw, nonsense about Paige when that first All-Star voting came out and Caitlin was fifth. And it's like, oh, people have moved on to Paige. She's the perimeter guard that everyone wants to watch. Blah blah. Woof woof. Well, that game also on USA Network the night before. 457,000 viewers. So Caitlin Clark alone, the one everyone's over right? Everyone's over Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark, a million. Asia Wilson playing against Paige Beckers, the two faces, two face, less than half of that, less than half of what Caitlin Clark did. Yes, so Caitlin Clark more than doubled Asia Wilson and Paige Beckers. What am I saying, League? I'm saying she is it. She is the golden goose for you, and you are trying to the golden goose. Pretty dumb idea on your part, and we are tired of it, man. We are tired of it. We're gonna call you out. We're gonna scream. You think we've been loud before? You think Fever fans have been loud before? You think Caitlin Clark fans have been loud before? Y'all ain't seen nothing yet, man. Just getting warmed up. Just getting warmed up. Just getting started. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Y'all know the drill. I will talk to you later.